Okay, let's get straight to the heart of it. Our sources today, they tackle this massive question, one debated for, well, millennia. Is there a God?
It's the big one, really.
And right from the start, we see this fascinating clash of views. You've got one side saying, basically, there's no empirical evidence for the existence of God.
Straightforward, yeah. Based on measurable proof.
But then the other side throws this challenge right back. Not everything real can be measured.
And that immediately changes the game, doesn't it? It forces us to ask what we even mean by real and evidence.
Exactly. It hinges on that definition. One side wants tangible, testable proof, the scientific method.
While the other perspective suggests reality is bigger than just physical measurement. They might point to, say, love or consciousness.
Things we experience as real, definitely, but you can't exactly put love in a test tube.
Precisely. And this fundamental difference in approach, it shapes the whole conversation that follows.
So our mission here, in this deep dive, is to really unpack these core arguments. The theist view versus the atheist view.
We're dissecting the back and forth, really. Looking at the main points, the counter-arguments, maybe some surprising turns.
And for you, listening, the idea is to get a clear handle on these arguments without needing, a philosophy degree. We'll pull out the key bits.
Yeah, and it's not about picking a winner. It's more about understanding different ways people grapple with these huge questions about existence. So where does the argument go next, logically?
Well, after that initial disagreement about what evidence even is, it gets more specific. The atheist brings up love and consciousness again. They say, okay, maybe not directly measurable like a rock, but
we can see things happening in the brain.
They state it directly. Love and consciousness have physical correlations in the brain. God does not.
That's a direct challenge. Show me the equivalent physical footprint for God.
It implies, doesn't it, that if there's no physical correlation, maybe it's not real in the same way. It's a very science-centric view.
It prioritizes the observable, the quantifiable, but then the theist sort of pivots, shifting the focus.
Right, they move to the really big picture, the ultimate origin question.
Asking, but what caused the universe to begin in the first place?
Can't get much more fundamental than that.
And the atheist response is, well, pretty standard in these debates. We don't know yet.
But crucially, they add a warning.
Yeah. But not knowing doesn't justify inserting God as the answer. That's the classic gap point, isn't it?
Yeah.
Don't use God just to plug holes in our scientific knowledge.
Yes, but then the theist flips it right back around.
How so?
They accuse the atheist of basically doing the same thing in reverse. They say, that's just the God of the gaps fallacy in reverse, assuming science will one day explain everything.
Interesting. So accusing the other side of having its own kind of faith in the ultimate explanatory power of science.
Exactly. It's a neat rhetorical move. Both sides are essentially saying, don't jump to conclusions based on what we don't know.
The theist sees an unanswered question and suggests the divine cause. The atheist